So let's talk about Facebook to start with. First point I want to make is that it's a great tool for targeting a certain type of audience or potential buyer. Let me just give you one example to sort of explain how good the targeting can be. Let's just say I'm in the business of making wedding dresses. Now I could advertise on the radio and maybe 100,000 people in the area would hear that radio advert, or it could be in the newspaper and there might be a similar number of people that buy that newspaper. However, the question is how many people are getting married in my town in this particular month? So if I was selling wedding dresses, I would do an advert on Facebook and I would target females that have changed their relationship status from single to engaged, and let's just say in the last week there might have been 6 people locally that have done that, or 20 in the last month. But those 20 people out of the 100,000 are the only people that are going to be interested in buying a wedding dress. So it's important that they see my advert, and with Facebook you can literally target those ideal demographics. So it's the same with properties. Now obviously part of your marketing campaign is to sell properties. Depends on the property. So for example, if it was an equestrian property, one thing you could do, and I know someone who's done this, is go onto Facebook and look for equestrian Facebook groups. So you might type in equestrian clubs or horse clubs and put the town that you're in, and then click on groups, and then it will list all the groups in your area. So obviously you can use different search terms, and then it'll show you how many people are in those groups, and there might be 4,000 people, 9,000, 6,000, and just join those groups. So join, just click, and when you've been accepted, then you can post in those groups. Now I know recently someone did that and had got an open house and had 24 people go to that open house. It was an equestrian property, and there was a number of those people that came from those Facebook groups because people tagged each other in those groups. Now it could be a property that's got lots of land or stables, or it could be near water, it could be near a canal. So target the ideal people. Now it could be a certain area. So when you've got a property, you want to target people who live within a 10-mile radius. Depending on the price bracket, you can have a target the people at a certain income. Probably want homeowners because they're more likely to buy another home, and it could be a demographic, like it could be retired people if it was a bungalow, it could be a family, and the other thing you want to look at is perhaps their interests. So, it's important that you have people that have got certain interests. So if it was a high-end property, it's people who are interested in luxury goods, luxury cars, for example. And you could target people who have looked at Rightmove, because anyone who's looked at Rightmove is obviously looking for a house. But that's not necessarily important, because it may well be someone who's not actually looking to buy at the moment and see your advert. So create an audience and use Facebook to promote that property to the ideal buyer. And the way to find the ideal buyer is look at the current owner and work out what were they like when they bought it. Was it 5 years ago? Did they have kids? Had they retired? Were they younger, older? And what were their interests? If it's a big garden, it might be gardening. But obviously most people tend to move locally. So targeted campaign for your property is an essential part of your business now.